Today I have two of the hottest phones being released by POCO recently, and I have here on my left is the POCO X4 GT and on my right is the POCO F4. Both of them having really great specs, and of course probably you might be having a hard time choosing between the two of them. And in this video, we'll discuss which one is really meant for you. So stay with me. So the POCO X4 GT and the POCO F4 GT, both of them look like this if we unbox it. And let me show you what's inside the box. So this is what we have inside the box for the POCO F4. So we have a clear case over here, the POCO F4 itself, the 67 watts of fast charger, Type-C cable, Type-C to 3.5mm audio jack dongle, and some documentation. No more welcoming note and no more POCO stickers. And guys, this is what we have inside the POCO X4 GT. We have a clear case, the POCO X4 GT itself, 67 watts of fast charger, Type-C cable, some documentation, and probably the only thing that's missing is the Type-C to 3.5mm audio jack dongle. Okay, so right now let's get down to business. Both of them having glass back protection and plastic frames, and Kunin Gorilla Glass 5 front protection. So right now, I'll turn on both of them together and see probably who boots up a little bit faster than the other. So in 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so as we all know that the POCO X4 GT having a MediaTek Dimensity 8100. It's a 5nm chip. Meanwhile, on the other side, the POCO F4 having a Qualcomm Snapdragon 870. It's a 7nm chip. Probably the only difference between the two of them is the size of the chip. And in terms of boot up, we can say that the F4 was a little bit fraction faster than the X4 GT in terms of boot up. So if we both swipe them up, we can see that, well, they probably loaded at the same time. Checking their settings, and we're going down to the display and see if both of them, now checking the refresh rate of both phones, both of them sporting the default mode, meaning it can dynamically adjust the refresh rate according to what you need and depending on the scenario. It means it can save you a little bit more energy. And checking the refresh rate, apparently the POCO X4 GT has a higher refresh rate, having 144 Hz of screen refresh rate. Meanwhile, the POCO F4 having only 120 Hz of screen refresh rate. So the higher, the better in terms of gaming and in terms of browsing experience. But of course, 144 and 120, you might not really tell the difference if you're using your naked eye. But in terms of the experience, this one should be better. Now, of course, there's a difference between the two screens. I'll put both of them to the max brightness and probably you'll be able to tell the difference. Now, the POCO F4 is a little bit brighter compared to the X4 GT. Now, I can say that this one having a 1300 nits of max brightness, the X4 GT only has a 650 max brightness. The only upside this one has is the 144 Hz of screen refresh rate. Both of them has Dolby Vision support, HDR10+. This one having a AMOLED display, the POCO F4, the POCO X4 GT having a IPS LCD. Now, in terms of screen size, it's probably almost the same. The POCO F4 having a 6.67-inch display, and the other one, the POCO X4 GT, having a 6.6-inch of display. Now, the screen-to-body ratio, the POCO F4 having slightly a better one, 86.6 screen-to-body ratio. The POCO X4 GT having 85.1 screen-to-body ratio. Now, this is how it looks like when both of them you put it to light mode. Now, I can say here, based on what I can see here in front of me, both of them having probably the same resolution. And the POCO X4 GT having a good IPS LCD panel on this one, not just your ordinary cheap LCD panel. This one, I can say that they use a good one on this one. And in terms of Xiaomi MIUI, this one having the 13.0.3 for the X4 GT, and this one having the 13.0.6 for the F4. Both are updated. Now, both of them having their own RAM extension. The POCO X4 GT having an 8 gigs of RAM plus 3 gigs of expansion, and the F4 having a 6 gigs of RAM and a 2 gigs of expansion. Now, checking the drop-down menu, this is how it looks like. And swiping over, this is how it looks like. And the only thing that's missing here on the F4 is the Dolby Atmos. You can calibrate it inside the settings. Now, putting them both on dark mode, this is how it looks like when both are in dark mode. Now, swiping left and right on both phones, I don't really see any difference between the 120 Hz and the 144 Hz. Now, let's open Chrome at the same time in 3, 2, 1, go. Now I can say that the X4 GT opened the Chrome a fraction faster than the F4. Let's try to open YouTube in 3, 2, 1, go. And well, this time around, the F4 opened it slightly faster than this one. Trying to open Play Store, 3, 2, 1, go. And the F4 was a fraction faster as well. Let's try to open the camera in 3, 2, 1, go. And of course, the F4 also is a fraction faster in loading. Now, let's talk a little bit about the camera on this phone. And right now, let's just simply check the video. So, the POCO F4 having a 64MP main camera sensor, 8MP ultra-wide sensor, and 2MP macro lens. And up front, it has a 20MP front selfie shooter. Meanwhile, the POCO X4 GT having a 64MP main camera sensor, 8MP ultra-wide sensor, 2MP macro lens, which is, well, basically the same as the POCO F4, but the front selfie shooter is 16MP. Now, taking the look at the video capability of both phones, for the POCO X4 GT, it can shoot as high as 4K 30 FPS. Meanwhile, on the POCO F4, it's slightly better at 4K 60 FPS. But it was the reverse for the front-facing camera. The POCO X4 GT can shoot up to 1080p 60 FPS, and the POCO F4 can only shoot up to 1080p 30 FPS. And checking the quality of the photos, I was able to shoot some really nice photos outdoors. I can say both phones was able to perform really great on really bright outdoors and indoors. I can say that both are good, but probably the POCO F4 did shoot it a little bit better compared to the X4 GT. Overall, I can say that the POCO F4 was able to reproduce some of the photos a little bit better than the X4 GT. And for the selfie camera, I can also say that both have performed really great outdoors and indoors at the same lighting condition. I can say that the F4 was able to take the kick away and shoot some better shots. And one clear advantage is that the POCO F4 having OIS is better than the X4 GT, who doesn't have any OIS. In terms of the aesthetics, I can say that I love the one from the POCO X4 GT. Now, you can see that this phone quite looking similar to the Xiaomi 12 Pro and Xiaomi 12, which kind of looks very elegant. As compared to this one looking a little bit more flat, and probably that's the in thing nowadays. And the camera module looks like the Sharingan from Naruto. In terms of the grip, I can say both phones are giving me a great experience, and probably I would love to hold the POCO X4 GT a little bit better than the POCO F4, simply because of the curved back and this one having the flat back. Well, for me, it's a little bit different. Another clear advantage that the POCO X4 GT has is that it has the 3.5mm audio jack, which the POCO F4 took away. Now, in terms of browsing experience on both phones, I can say it's really giving me a good experience. Both are fast in their own way. And I can say that I wouldn't really able to tell the difference, since the refresh rate is just slightly better on the X4 GT. But the screen of the POCO F4 is a AMOLED versus a IPS LCD for the X4 GT. Now, I can say that watching videos on both phones, this isn't really different from the POCO F4. So the resolution, I can say it's almost the same. So right now, let's watch a quick clips here. And at the bottom is the POCO X4 GT. At the top is the POCO F4. Now, I can say that in terms of resolution, both having almost the same. I wouldn't really say that it's a far cry, but the color reproduction is almost the same. The only advantage of the POCO F4 is it's a lot clearer, and because simply it has the better, it has the higher max brightness as compared to the X4 GT. And right now, both phones are on their maximum brightness. Now, apparently both phones having Dolby Atmos and both of them having stereo speakers. So right now, I'll just simply quickly try and test the sound of these both phones and see who's better or, well, at par. Let's try the POCO X4 GT first.
This shit high, boy. Shawty catch a vibe, yeah, I had to put her on. Bought a two-seater, yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty. Ayo, Paris, this shit high, boy. Shawty catch a vibe, yeah, I had to put her on. Bought a two-seater, yeah, we heading for the sun. Shawty got my high, I ain't tripping for the funds. Yeah, I won't stop.
Now, after listening to both of them, and well, apparently I was able to try it for almost a month already here on my channel, and I can see that the POCO F4 sounded a little bit louder compared to the POCO X4 GT, and both are clear. And using it on Spotify and listening to music, it's really great experience of both of them. But of course, the X4 GT having the 3.5mm audio jack clearly for me is a little bit more of a winner here on this round. So right now, I'll open the game turbo mode of both phones. So this is how it looks like for both phones. And clearly, the X4 GT is probably more built towards the gaming. So maybe that's probably the reason why it loaded a little bit faster. So right now, I wouldn't be loading them at the same time. I'll just show you the settings, of course, of the Call of Duty Mobile, the max settings of both phones, since I have both my accounts, single account on both phones. So yeah, the other one might get kicked out. So let's load it one at a time. So this is the max settings that you can get for the POCO F4. And this is the max setting that we can have for the POCO X4 GT. Apparently, both of them has the same max settings. Now, on this side note, ever had a problem shooting outdoors and of course having to shoot by yourself as a content creator? I have here something from the Kickstarter project, and it's called the Andobil MagSafe. This is not your ordinary selfie stick. It's a selfie tripod wherein you have magnet over here. Probably the only advantage this one has is that it's easy to clip on if your phone has the wireless charging capability, since the magnet would meet each other, so it has a sturdy feel. At the back, you can simply just clip this one, like this one. Just simply put it here, and I need to push this button for it to lock. And it's sturdy, and of course, I can rotate it like this. And if I want to shoot some landscape mode for YouTube, I can use it like this. And if I want to shoot some portrait mode for TikTok, I can simply shoot it like this one. Now, this button comes in handy, especially for taking selfie photos wherein you are a little bit far away from your camera. Now, the angling on this one is very easy. All you need to do is just turn this one knob and, of course, angle it to your desire. Now, this stick is as long as 63.5 inches. It can extend probably the height of a normal Asian here in the Philippines. Now, on the bottom, you can simply just pull it out and make it into a tripod, just like this. Or you can extend this to your heart's content and take a really, really far selfie photo. And if you're interested with this one, the Andobil Mag Stick, link on the description below. Now, before we have our conclusion, let me show you some scores over from Antutu benchmark. The POCO X4 GT having a 745,000 points, the POCO F4 having a 668,000 points. Now, the clear advantage is definitely with the POCO X4 GT. Since it has a 5nm chip, it definitely should perform a little bit better than the 7nm chip. Now, in terms of gaming performance, asking the 3D Mark, and of course in wildlife we can clearly see that the POCO X4 GT has a better overall score at 5,848 points, and the POCO F4 having a 4,323 points. Now guys, what's my verdict? If you're going for gaming and if you're going for better looks, I would really recommend the POCO X4 GT. Now, probably the only thing that might stop you from buying this is that it's an IPS LCD. But let me tell you that the experience on this one is almost the same as the POCO F4 in terms of watching videos, playing games, and browsing on your favorite social media sites. It's almost the same, except that it's not as clear as the POCO F4 since the max brightness on this one is 650 and the max brightness on the POCO F4 is 1,300 nits. Now, if you're going for the better camera experience, the better overall feel, and probably the better display, I would say that you go for the POCO F4. And both of them clearly has their own advantage and disadvantage. And probably I would highly recommend the POCO X4 GT since it still has my favorite 3.5mm audio jack still inside this one. Now guys, if you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, click that bell icon so you don't miss any future videos here from my channel. And I'm Richmond and you're watching Gadget Sidekick. What's up?